Planning and Subcommittee was held on September 7th, 2010. The meeting was called to order at 8:38 a.m. Present were committee members, Mr. Dunning, Mr. O'Brien, and myself. In addition, Mr. Farnham, Town Council Liaison to DMAC, was in attendance. Also present were invited guests, Louis Mazziello and Eric Smooper from WS Development Associates and WS Capital Partners, respectively. Most of the meeting was allocated to Louis Mazziello of WS Development Associates and the firm's desire to enter into discussions with us for their possible redevelopment of Kmart Plaza. Mr. Mazziello showed a PowerPoint presentation explaining who WS Development is and the properties and development throughout New England that they own, which comprises approximately 80 developments with in excess of 17 million square feet that they rent and lease and are responsible for. The presentation depicted a number of before and after scenarios of WS Development properties that they bought and redeveloped. While no specific numbers were put forth, Mr. Mazziello and his firm would like to purchase the Kmart Plaza or seek an extension of the current lease with Cape LLC as a silent partner. WS Development would ultimately be the controlling owner. Their preference is to buy the property, if not possible, they would like a lease extension in the 40 to 50-year range. At the conclusion of this meeting, the subcommittee welcome Mr. Mazziello, and his company to any future meetings on this subject. Now, I gave the essential overview fairly briefly. There are a number of issues that arise here, and I'm just going to, for the sake of brevity, go over them. If there's any questions, either myself or one of the members of the subcommittee, I'm sure I can answer them. First of all, what their intention is to do, and I'm not quite sure from the original letter that was sent to us for the initial request for a meeting, is to get into a partnership with Cape LLC and has essentially become the controlling partner in buying into a lease the Kmart Plaza for redevelopment. The issue here becomes who really is on the leasehold now and who we really can speak to. I think we have some question as to whether or not at this time, or at least I do, as to whether or not we should be talking with WS Development as a leaseholder, or whether we should be talking to Cape LLC. The other issue is a more important issue, and as I said, if any questions you have, I'll be glad to answer. But the more important issue that I see in this overall thing, we're all aware of the fact that we can't go down the lane with just one proposed developer, and everything has to be according to Chapter B and an open bidding process, no matter what we do, with exception maybe to a lease extension, but that's still in question. However, my feelings are that more importantly, we need to address, and I don't think this is the time to address it, but I really think we need to develop some kind of property plan and some kind of desire as to what we want to do with not just Kmart Plaza, but the rest of the properties that surround the airport. And I think that we really need to do some serious research into this. That concludes my report, Mr. Chairman, and the meeting was adjourned at 9:37 a.m.